Hey, what's up guys? My name is A1 Solution. In this video, we're going to be talking about how I spent 14 hours on an Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition mission. But before we get into that, I'm going to tell you my little story here. So on Twitch, I was, obviously trying to get affiliate and stuff like that, and struggling, trying to get viewers, trying to get people to click, trying to, promote myself on Instagram and X and all that stuff. Just never worked. But I did have some support. My ex was somewhat supporting, and then I did have a really good friend, a moderator. He was a mod. He was into like tech and stuff like that, into like cameras and cleaning stuff. He was like one of those things. He was one of those people that loved to clean and knew all about specs and like all these computer stuff. You know what I mean? A lot of stuff that I did not know. And this guy was there. He was supporting me, and there was the first year where I streamed on Twitch, and I did like every so often, whatnot. And then after that, after I started getting a little bit more support, because I was trying to work for affiliate, but nowadays, but a little update, a little 2025 update, Twitch, you can actually stream and get paid nowadays without even having affiliate, which kind of sucks. But before we get to the Age of Empires stuff, the one thing, I'm just giving a little context to how this got here, why this got here, whatever, a little lore, background story and stuff like that. And so I had him. He was my moderator. Then and then I got into Age of Empires, and I had my Series X and stuff like that, and I wanted to play Age of Empires Definitive Edition because I've been asking for that to come to Game Pass or Xbox, whatever, to bring it to console, because it's definitely possible. We saw Age of Empires on PlayStation 2, right? So I was like, yeah, we got this game, and this is my first time ever playing it. But before we get into that, yeah, so I was trying to get affiliate, and I streamed for a whole entire year, like literally. Not every single day, but I missed a couple days, but most of those days I streamed every single day, and I was like playing Kart Rider, this and that, all the stuff that I mentioned in my last video. If you did miss my last video, here's the photo of it, and the link's gonna be down below, and also it's gonna be at the end of this video. But yeah, so I was grinding, and then I got into Age of Empires, and this is where we're coming into Age of Empires, and I got into Age of Empires. And like as I said, I'm grinding every single day for hours upon hours with two or three viewers. Trying to get that affiliate. Luckily nowadays you don't need to do that, so might make a video on that. Who knows? Whatever. But yeah, so I was grinding, playing Age of Empires for my first time when it first came in, and obviously I never watched any gameplay. It's been a while since I played this game. And I never knew what I was getting myself into, and I should have done a little more research before I started playing, because this is where I started my 14-hour series here. 14-hour, gameplay to beat one mission. And throughout this video, you're gonna see like just random gameplay. This is not the actual game you're seeing on the background here, or on the side of my face cam here. That's just a gameplay where I was playing against extreme AI. I was playing, dude, that was hard. But I did find out that using the horses, the cavalry, oh my god, dude, the cavalry is so good. But yeah, so the reason why I spent 14 hours playing one mission, I think it was like one of the first few missions of the game too, which blew my mind. I'm like, there's no way this is real. This is like one of the first few missions of the game. I'm struggling. So first things first, I forgot what map it was, but it was one of those maps where you like start at like the bottom right of the map, and there's like a little like river and stuff like that. And you had to push through the river, and you had to like take over some areas, and you had to like, make your way to the other side. You had a destination, right? And the one thing that I forgot about the game was that you can upgrade your equipment, you can upgrade your weapons, your characters, all that stuff. That's the one thing that I was so frustrated that I did not remember, because for 14 hours I did not figure out that you have to upgrade your character. Because I mean, I'm not the best player at the game. I haven't played this game in many years, since I was a kid. You know what I mean? I used to play this game a lot when I used to have like a PC. It was like a 98 Windows or something like that, right? And I sat here for 14 hours playing Age of Empires, and my buddies, like, you know, coming back and forth every so often. His name was Baker, great dude, one of my best buds that I probably trusted more than anyone. But that dude was great. Super techie, man, super techie. I don't know where he is nowadays. I don't know where he went. He kind of like disappeared after a while. So hopefully he's all right, man. But yeah, so I was trying to figure out, like, okay, what the heck? How come I don't know this? And for 14 hours straight, bro, 14 hours straight, I'm fighting and fighting, restarting the match, and then little behold, 14 hours later, I'm like, oh my god. Like, you got to be kidding me. I had to upgrade my characters because I think, obviously, when you're playing, you know, the opponents are going to upgrade their characters, right? So in time, I'm not upgrading my characters, and I'm facing against, like, level 3, like, you know, pikemen, level 3 archers, level 3 cavalry. You know, I'm fighting against freaking trebuchet and freaking, you know what I mean, rams and all that stuff. So I was just grinding, and I'm like, why can I beat this? And I'm like trying to do all these maneuvers. I'm trying to move my characters in certain ways. You know, I'm trying to like juke them out, trying to get like one horse. I was trying to get like one horse all the way to the end of the side. Like, you know, I was trying to, like, you know, do like distractions. Like, I'm gonna send all this whole army of people, all level 1, by the way, level 1 pikemen, level 1 swordsmen, level 1 cavalry, all that stuff, right? So I send them all this way, and I try to send one cavalry, because sometimes if you make it a certain way, like, because it's not all missions, some missions you do need to get, like, you know, one of those like main characters to the end, and they need to survive and stuff like that. But yeah, so I try to do that. I try to do so many things. And then little behold, hey, guess what? All you have to do is level it up. And then obviously, eventually, I figured it out. That's why I started doing like extreme, because I played Age of Empires like every single day. Like after this point, you know, I was kept playing it. Learned how to, you know, do certain strats, you know, certain upgrades. I started understanding, like, you know, the logos of all the equipments and stuff like that. But that was just the craziest time. I couldn't believe it. For 14 hours straight, I did not figure out that I can upgrade and go to my blacksmith and, you know, equip. Like, it was just, it blew my mind. And in the whole time of doing that, I just couldn't believe it. I sat here for 14 hours straight. I'm not even kidding you. Since like the morning all the way up until nighttime, sat here all day on one whole entire mission. And then after I learned all that, and guess what? After I learned how to upgrade, I never lost. Well, I did lose a couple times. There's actually a couple crazy missions where it just gets kind of wild. And I think there's like one mission I never beat because it was just too hard. It was too difficult. Even with what I knew, I just felt like the mission was just unbalanced on my part. But, you know, overall, I beat most of the missions. I think it was like 1 or 2. I think 2 max, 2 at most. But yeah, like that just blew my mind. I sat here for 14 hours, man, just like, why can I get this? Why do they keep dying here? Why does this keep happening? You know what I mean? And little behold, like I said, I was playing extreme, and I started figuring out these strats and using my cavalry. Dude, the cavalry are so good. You level them up, you can get their armor up and stuff like that. You can get like 30 cavalry and just send them to the town center and win. You know what I mean? You just go after all their town centers, go after their, you know, their villagers and stuff like that. Oh my God, it was just night and day. It was crazy, and I think the cavalry is one of the most OP like characters in the game. I think like the characters, right? But yeah, that's kind of like the story. It's not that long, but you know, I sat here for 14 hours, and you know, I was grinding on Twitch, and I wanted to add that in a little bit of context to why I wanted to talk about this, because I wanted to bring up the Twitch stuff. Like, you know, I try to grow a community on my Twitch too, and it just never happened. I feel like I never promoted enough, and I don't think I used shorts or anything like that back then. I don't think. I tried some. My Fall Guys, I remember having a Fall Guys short, and my short had like 500 views, and I was freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, let's go. And then I never had that again. I never had a short do that good for a long time. And also too, there's actually one thing I left out in my video yesterday when I was talking about, like, you know, how I'm here and all that stuff on YouTube. And I'm gonna end my video here too as well. This video is not gonna be too long, because it's not like that crazy of a story. It's just a story that I just wanted to put out there to share, and how dedicated I was to, you know, pursue to win this dang mission. And I was so excited to play the game. I mean, I can't let myself down, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I also did comedy stuff. I had some comedy stuff. I forgot to mention this yesterday, but a little detail here. I was watching Kill Tony. It's a comedy show, and Joe Rogan's the reason why I even got into this is because Joe Rogan's like, yo, you gotta check out the show on his podcast, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll check it out. And then I checked it out, and then I saw him, right? And that just kind of, you know, just sparked all that. I'm sorry. Cut that out. But yeah, so I saw Kill Tony, and then, you know, I kind of, you know, got into this comedy stuff, and I was posting comedy stuff, and this was probably where I had my highest video ever, even over like paranormal. Like this video had over 150,000 views on it. And I shared a video of this comedian that won in a golden ticket raffle thing, whatever, a golden ticket thing, where they get picked and they're able to get, you know, promoted pretty much to be on the show. They're well known now, and a lot of people are talking about them. There's a lot of good traction and stuff like that. And I was posting some, you know, stuff there, and then I kind of strayed away from that, but, you know, unlisted all that or deleted it, most of it. But for certain reasons, because I didn't know the process. Like, there were some things there's some weird things going on there, but I did get into that, which is so interesting, and that was a really good time. I felt good. That I did have somewhat of a small community there too as well. I did have people that liked the videos that I was posting. I was posting like funny you know, moments and stuff, like funny moments in the show and all these things and stuff like that. And then I strayed away from that. But I did have a high video though. I think the video was reaching like 200,000 views. It was so wild. I couldn't believe it. Like you know, I was like freaking out. I'm like, oh my god, like this is the first time I've ever had this video and stuff like that. And then around Christmas time, I stopped doing it. And then I started getting into like vlogs and stuff like that. Yeah, man. So that's pretty much that. I just wanted to share this video where I had to, you know, fight for my life for 14 hours. I mean, honestly, it just blows my mind how dedicated I was. And I had my buddy Baker, then my ex was there too as well, and you know, I was just, you know, trying to grind and get to the victory point, and it took 14 hours. 14 hours. I'm like, oh, wait a second, maybe I should level up my characters. Never even thought about that, you know. But regardless of that, I just wanted to share this little story. It's not like the craziest story or the most specific story. It's literally just me, you know, dealing with this issue, and I figured it out. But, you know, regardless of that, this is just something fun I wanted to share. I got a couple other things I'm gonna share too as well. But for now, this is that. Hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching. My name is A1 Solution, and this is me playing Age of Empires for 14 hours straight. Because of a stupid decision, or not even a stupid decision, stupid observation, and not paying attention and not knowing that, hey, I probably should look into why I'm not doing good, like maybe like tips and tricks for beginners, whatever, you know what I mean. Should have done that, you know, got a little information before I hopped into it, but I wanted to hop into it and kind of think like, hey, I know what I'm doing, but not really. I sat here for 14 hours, man. Every single match, restart, frustration, on and on. Wild stuff. I just wanted to share that story. It was just such a genuine, wholesome, fun moment, because once I beat that mission, you have no idea. I was celebrating out of my freaking boots, man. I kicked my feet off. I freaking started taking a shower after that. I was so sweaty, bro. I was so dirty, but yeah. But yeah, so that's that. But go check out my other video where I talked about like my journey on YouTube, you know, beginning to now and where I'm at now and whatnot. But yeah, this is your boy A1 Solution. We're out here, Bish and Frago, chewing bubblegum, kicking butt, saving the day, knowing is half the battle. Hopefully you have a great day. Make sure you take care of yourself, stay hydrated, and stay safe, and have a great week. And make sure you like the video, comment down below if you want to, and take care. Bye. Later. Woo! Let's get it, baby. Come on, baby. Come on. Let's go. Round of applause. Round of applause, baby. We did it. I did it, dude. Fuck.